This presentation is about whether long-distance relationships work or not in college. And this is by Maggie, Jody, Jacqueline, Casey, Kyra, Etanosa, and Cade.
Start off their experience with a long-distance relationship. Some relationships work, some don't. So we are here to give you information on whether they are successful or not. I would like to start off by defining long-distance relationships. A long-distance relationship is a romantic relationship between two people who live far apart and are unable to see each other on a frequent basis. Next, the reason why this topic impacts intimate relationships is because it is in a relationship, even though you aren't able to see each other all the time, a long-distance relationship strengthens the bond that goes beyond just a physical bond between you and your partner. A long-distance relationship fosters communication and trust building, which is very important to an intimate relationship. Next, we are going to move on to the research-based part of this presentation that discusses why long-distance relationships work, with statistics of long-distance relationships and the history and recent trends of long-distance.
So the demographic group that we will be discussing is that of people who have been involved in a long-distance relationship at some point in time, as well as those who are currently involved in a long-distance relationship. People embrace long-distance relationships for many reasons. The most common of all of these reasons is college, because many couples graduate high school with each other and then attend different colleges, or one of the partners is older than the other and leaves for college and the other partner remains in high school. Some other reasons for long-distance relationships include partners moving away for career opportunities, military obligations, or because their entire family is moving for some other reason. Some couples even begin the relationship away from both their homes, perhaps on vacation, and must manage long-distance relationship once they return home.
According to research by Dr. Goldner at the Center for the Study of Long-Distance Relationships, a division of J.F. Mound publication tells us that, in fact, nearly a third of all people who claim they are in this type of relationship say these are college relationships. In the past, long-distance couples would write letters, have long-distance conversations on their house phones, or were usually military long-distance relationships. Today, some couples still write letters to each other, but that could be replaced with texting or FaceTime. They also use cars and planes more often and see each other more often now. 1/3 of long-distance relationships are college students. As technology has evolved, so have long-distance relationships.
According to research, long-distance relationships can work if partners on both ends are loyal and willing to put in the time and effort. Up to 3/4 of all college students have been in a long-distance relationship at some point in their life, and 35% of college students are in a long-distance relationship at any one time. According to some studies, being in a long-distance relationship can actually improve the overall relationship between the partners. For instance, 81% said that their long-distance relationship made seeing their partner more intimate than usual, since it is a special occasion. Along with that, over half of Americans said that being in a long-distance relationship made them feel closer to their partner in the long run. And 69% said that talking to their partner more during their time apart made them closer. In conclusion, long-distance relationships in college can be successful, considering over half, about 58% of Americans in these types of relationships will stay together.
The main takeaway for this presentation is to know that long-distance, intimate relationships are possible. A study was done with over 100 college students in or were previously in a long-distance relationship. With the open-ended questions, the study was able to recognize the importance of pro-social maintenance behaviors that encourage trust and intimacy in relationships. They were able to identify 6 key behaviors: assurance, make sure the relationship is actually working, openness, honest communication, trust, and positivity, positive thinking about situation, and mutual goals, on the same page, having something to look forward to. Conflict management, a successful way of dealing with conflict issues in a relationship. Although it may seem difficult to stay in a long-distance relationship, research shows that most college students come into college with their significant others at the same school. Of course, it is difficult to transition to be in difficult geographical areas, but when you are in love with someone, it is known that any challenge can be conquered. Making sure that one uses the factors of a successful long-distance relationship will help better the uneasy feeling of your loved one being so far away.
So what is a long-distance relationship? A long-distance relationship is a relationship in which both partners live far from one another and don't see each other often. There are many reasons for long-distance relationships, such as going away to college or starting a new job. In fact, 75% of college students have been in a long-distance relationship at some point in their life. Distance doesn't mean the relationship can't work. In the past, couples in long-distance relationships would write letters to keep in touch. These days, couples can text, FaceTime, and travel a lot easier to keep in contact with their partner. With a little bit of openness and trust with your partner, you can make a long-distance relationship work.
All of us found this project fun and interesting. The organization and flow of our project went really well, and the evidence that we found for our project seemed interesting to our topic. We definitely were a great group, but we had a few issues we needed to work on. Making sure everyone did their part and finding time to record were the most difficult things that we had to do, but we eventually got it done.